It's Targa against CrazyMovin. We now move over, I think, to a little bit more of a macro map. I don't think we'll see the same thing. Maybe. I won't.
Never can tell, man.
Yeah, it's ZVZ.
You can never tell what's gonna happen in ZVZ.
Yeah, I just ate my words.
Yep.
I ate it.
It's good. You won't need lunch today.
I won't. I actually will not eat lunch today.
Why not?
I had a huge breakfast.
Some sick burrito action.
3 burritos, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Had to catch myself there at the end.
Yeah, don't do anything.
Yeah, man. Whoa.
Yeah, both these plays.
Whoa. We got a 9 pool versus a 10 pool, Andre.
Whoa.
Who wins? 10 pool. Always. Not always, but 10 pool has the advantage. Just say it that way.
Big advantage.
It's
Income
like
tab.
obviously with
showing 9 harvesters for both players. Wow.
Obviously with the rush distance, you know, the 9 pool, the timing on that as opposed to the 10 pool is not going to give you like your Zerglings early enough to take an advantage with that, whereas the extra drone will help out CrazyMovin just a little bit. Wait, he was the one that went for the... Wait, which one went for which here?
I do believe
no,
that...
Targa went for the 10 pool.
Targa went for the 10
never mind. So Targa didn't have the slightly better economy, but I mean, they are even on drones for now since they did just, you know, both even back up to that same drone count of 11 for now. 6 things on the way for both players. As usual there, just a little bit ahead for CrazyMovin since they did for that 9 pool. And how do you think these players should play it out once they've realized what their opponent has done? What's the best transition from here? Should they just take an expansion, or should they go ahead and take that gas and try to go up to Banelings?
I'm not sure. I have to think about that a little bit. I would expect some sort of expansion, because getting Banelings, something threatening like that, is not really applicable in my opinion. It takes way too long. In my opinion, you know, just getting up a superior Zergling counts and being able to stop any Zerglings from actually doing anything is very easy, and therefore you can't really go to make Banelings anywhere close to the area. Queens become a lot stronger defensively because you don't have metabolic boost, so just it's so much easier to defend when gas is so late.
Right, now we did see Targa go for an earlier gas, whereas CrazyMovin is just adding his on now.
All right,
so yeah, both players actually just staying on one base and going up to gas here. Just a little bit paranoid about that.
What do you think? Do you like this? I mean, do you like going up to gas, or would you expected them to take an expansion?
You know, I never really think about this kind of stuff because I would never go 9 pool.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's why like I've never done this in ZVZ before. Like I played a ton of ZVZs.
I don't know a ton of transitions with you know, going 2 drones in the beginning and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, because I really only end up playing ZVZ on the ladder. Obviously, I'm not playing in tournaments with ZVZ, so I don't end up with like best of 3s, and I'm not going to go 9 pool and a best of 1. I mean, your opponent could just go 14 gas, 14 pool, and you just auto lose. So I honestly don't know, Andre, but it'll be interesting to see, you know, which transition will work. Well, I was about to say which transition will work better, but I mean, these guys are both doing pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that Targa does have the slightly higher drone count, but that is being evened up just now for CrazyMovin. So now it is going to be 16 versus 16 here.
See, this is what I was talking about. You know, because you delay the gas so much, metabolic boost is actually delayed quite a bit. See, it's already the 5-minute 20 or 5-minute 30-second mark, and metabolic boost still isn't finished. Normally, we do see this finish for a 14-14. I think the hatchery could have been placed, and therefore the queens are empowered. They have that ability to defend a lot easier, and then you can just delay a little bit, get your own Banelings up defensively. You're strong defensive. But, you know, going this Zergling Baneling stuff, I think Targa, well, he could. That's a lot of freaking Banelings right there.
He's going to have the larva advantage here because, yet again, CrazyMovin is not larva injecting at all. Both of his queens are above 50 energy, so they will be able to double transfuse if he tries to bust down this ramp, which it looks like he's going to try to do here. We're just going to have to see the... Oh, no, don't get... Oh, the Baneling coming in from CrazyMovin. He's got to be careful. He's trying to send some Banelings in and out. There's one transfuse. Baneling's trying to stream in, though. They are going in to CrazyMovin.
Oh, God.
Wow. That's a lot of lings, man. You can't lose that many lings. And now he's going into these queens yet again, but they're fine, man. No, these queens are totally fine. Oh, no. Loses so many lings to that Baneling. These queens are actually, they're dangerously low now, but there are no more units from Targa. So both queens are going to live. Not much HP.
Another transfuse is up right now.
Why would he, oh, well, he's going to use it on that queen. Wow. I would have thought it would be a better idea to just start some creep thread, get ready to go take that expansion. But he is going to finally use some larva injections here. I'm surprised Targa isn't be able to take more of an advantage thanks to those larva injections, but he keeps sending Zerglings into Banelings in very inefficient engagements.
Yep.
Oh, he's got to be careful. He morphed those Banelings right underneath the Overlord.
Oh my God.
Why would you do that? Now he's going to lose every single one, have to cancel them all.
But Targa doesn't, or not Targa, CrazyMovin doesn't have metabolic boost.
Yeah, that's a big problem. He hasn't even started here. And he's actually getting a second gas and going up to Roaches here on one base.
Don't.
One base
well,
Roach. ZVZ,
seeing how Targa keeps going all in, I guess it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I don't particularly love that. But this is what I'm talking about. You know, Targa's trying to be so aggressive. And doesn't it look just silly doing this?
Yeah, it does.
Those queens, I mean, they were so valuable in that defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's just losing Banelings right now, going in for these engagements. They're just not working out well for him. Queen might be able to take out the Baneling. No, it's going to perhaps run into the mineral line here. Oh, Baneling trying to get off good explosions there. Does get a couple Zerglings.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're stacked up. No, the Baneling goes up with the Queen, but does get killed off. Still, the Zerg is doing a little bit of damage, but very well defended by CrazyMovin. Only 4 worker kills by Targa in this game. Now that did pull him ahead. CrazyMovin was ahead on workers before that, but now it's 23-18 in favor of Targa. And he did go for a Roach Warren of his own as well, but he only has 1 gas as opposed to the double gas of CrazyMovin. CrazyMovin might just be able to get a lot more Roaches out here. But I'm just shocked, man. I'm always shocked how somehow the way ZVZ always like works like this. It's like if both players start on 1 base, like they like never take expansions until, as you can see, the 10-minute mark even. And yet if they just start on 2 base, it's like no problem. There's not like they have difficulty holding off 1 base. So I never understand why it's like that difficult to just go take the expansion a little bit earlier. I mean, we saw Target just being so hyper aggressive there, despite the great defense by CrazyMovin. When you go to Banelings, just because you have Banelings doesn't mean you have to go be aggressive. You can use them defensively. I would have liked to have seen him just take the hatchery, stay at home with those Banelings, play defensively, and get that larva and economic advantage.
Yeah, I agree. Fortunately, we didn't see that. We do see CrazyMovin actually taking the expansion, I should say that.
Both
but a big attack coming out. I don't think it'll be too successful.
No.
I mean, big attack for 1 base, I should say. It's
right.
only
He only has 4 Roaches in here. That's just not, unless he gets some amazing Baneling explosions. Oh my God, he's just engaging. What is he? Oh my God, what? He's just moved committing his. All right, I guess he's just using him for scouting now. He's sacrificing every single Roach just to get a little bit of scouting information, maybe a couple drone kills. That's going to be very useful getting these drone kills this early on. But I don't know if it was worth it, man. He just threw away his Roaches, and now CrazyMovin has a huge advantage. And if he just goes and attacks, it's going to be really, really hard for Target to deal with just because he threw away so much there.
Yeah, and if I were CrazyMovin, I would just start. Oh, he doesn't have metabolic boost, does he? No, he doesn't. That's why you can't move out right now. Normally, when you move out with Roaches, you have a ton of Zerglings. Exactly.
Yeah, and they arrive at the same time. Still, man, this is so many Roaches. I really think he could just attack, move right now, and win the game. I mean, what would Target do?
I mean, the only thing he has to be careful of is counterattacks.
Yeah,
right? That's the only thing. And that normally you use Zerglings for that, but he can't.
Yeah.
So get that metabolic boost.
Just, you can just make some Zerglings. He doesn't need metabolic boost. Just use these Banelings, man, up the cliff. Those can easily defend against counterattacks. Doesn't want to send it out, though. He's actually sending one of them out with his army. Oh, he's got to be careful. These Lings from Targa are going right in. He does have that 1 Baneling in his main mineral line, though. Oh, Lings are going to run straight in. It does get 3 of them. Nicely done. Queen will be able to pick off the other 2, and meanwhile the Roaches of CrazyMovin are moving towards Targa's base. He does not have that many units. Only 10 Roaches here for Targa. We have 15 for CrazyMovin in this group, so he might just be able to take out this hatchery very, very quickly unless Targa can get enough reinforcements here. Oh, he's not need to move away from the ramp, though. You don't want to be engaged from the units on the upper ground when you don't have vision of them. You just want to create an arc so that if they try to move down the ramp, you get a really good engagement. That's exactly what we see. Nice job. Picks up the Queen immediately. Now he's doing an insane amount of damage. He has the much better concave. We can see a couple of the Roaches from Targa in the back running back and forth. Now he's moving down the ramp, but he has fewer Roaches. So CrazyMovin would win this engagement, but the reinforcements from Targa might just barely be enough to keep himself alive.
CrazyMovin coming in here with more Roaches, and this is looking really dicey for both these players. Can Targa get enough units over here? Oh my gosh.
Man.
Yes, it looks like he might be able to edge this out, but more reinforcements are coming. Zerglings are streaming in, and it looks like the Roaches will get cleaned up.
Yep, CrazyMovin missed his timing, man. He sat around in his natural with those Roaches. He sat around for almost a minute.
What a fatty, man.
If he had just attacked, instead of sitting around waiting for more roaches to come out, or more whatever he was doing there, he would have won that game. And granted, he might still win it, Andre.
Yeah.
He might very well still win it, but he did just kind of blow his time.
Didn't have to be so close.
Right. It could have been a ridiculously one-sided game.
Well, here we go. It looks like Targa is actually pushing back a little bit. These Zerglings keep edging up. Now, the Zerglings are really important. They are much faster than the roaches. So it's like, if I have equal number of roaches and I have those Zerglings, well, you're going to back up. And my Zerglings are going to force you to commit. Because if you don't commit all the way, then my Zerglings will be nibbling at you the whole time. CrazyMovin,
man. He's being really greedy right now. He's just making nothing but drones.
Moving crazy.
He's making a lot of drones. Targa's mixing in a couple, but also making quite a few units. That will give CrazyMovin the advantage, though, if Targa doesn't attack. And I don't think he will attack, because he wasn't just making nothing but units. I thought for a moment he was going to try to exploit a timing. When CrazyMovin was over droning. We still see him make nothing but drones. But no, since Targa has been mixing in drones as well himself, that will just put him behind, since he's not going to be able to hit this timing and punish CrazyMovin. At the same time, he is going to be behind. Economically, we already see CrazyMovin up to 33 drones compared to the 24 of Targa's, and he's still making more and more. With that Evo Chamber on the way, so we'll look at that +1. Oh my god, still more drones. CrazyMovin is just going to keep droning until he gets to full saturation, which could be a good move, since Targa doesn't look like he's getting ready to be aggressive anytime soon.
36, 39 now to 26 in favor of CrazyMovin. The Harvester count I was talking about does look like CrazyMovin is doing some good stuff with his queen, actually going off of creep and forcing these overlords away. He will kill this one overlord, but more importantly, he's really denying the vision. And if you're able to deny the vision of your opponent, well, it makes it so much harder to actually read all-ins or huge attacks coming, and that will empower CrazyMovin, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is one of the scariest times in ZVZ, when you have no vision of what your opponent's doing, and you're like, well, is he droning right now, or is he making units? Is he just getting ready for a really big attack, or is he trying to drone up and get ready for the macro game? It's hard to make that judgment call if you don't have that much scouting information, so really important that he does deny that. We see CrazyMovin go up to that lair now. It has it about halfway done. He's got up to 3 gas here, so probably not going to rush out those infestors, just going to get quite a lot of roaches with speed, and of course already has that +1. Oh no, he is going to get up to quad gas. It might just be so he can continue those upgrades, get +2. Maybe we'll get roaches or infestors a little bit later on. That's going to put him securely ahead of Targa, his lair is a lot further behind. He's still just on 2 gas, and he does not have an evolution chamber. So that's going to give CrazyMovin a huge advantage with that +1, and of course the later eventual +2.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't see that +1. The +1 missile attack is probably one of the most important upgrades you can possibly get, because it allows you to 2-shot Zerglings. And that is so valuable, because when you're in an army of Zergling Roach, 2-shotting Zerglings, gives so much more DPS to those Roaches, because now they're not overkilling an extra, 14 hit points. All of a sudden, if you think about it this way, Roaches naturally deal 16 damage. If they're doing 3 attacks to a Zergling, that's like having a Zergling with 48 hit points.
Right, it's overkill.
Yeah, it's overkill.
And you don't want that. You want to be as efficient as possible with your units, of course. So, I mean, that is going to be really important. But remember that Targa's not going to have to worry about Zerglings from CrazyMovin, because he never even got a metabolic boost. So he's probably not going to be mixing in any Zerglings into his army.
Sweet merciful mother.
So yeah, he's not actually going to have to worry about that as much. But still, in Roach vs. Roach engagements, obviously the ones with +1 are going to have the advantage. So that's going to be a pretty big deal. And we do see +1 started out from Targa. I would love to see +2 started from CrazyMovin. I'm not sure why he hasn't done that yet. He's already up to 370 gas, 370 minerals. Please start that +2. Continue to get that advantage further into the game. Because otherwise, if he allows Targa to catch up, and then it's 1-0 versus 1-0, all of a sudden his entire advantage is gone.
Yeah. I think he should have pushed out immediately when he got the +1 finished, or
I agree.
at least 30 seconds away.
Hit that +1 timing, man.
Yeah. He still has the timing. It's just closing faster and faster.
Right. If he waits, or exactly, the 90 seconds. If he waits for that +1 to finish for Targa, it will just be like the biggest mistake ever. Granted, he might still win just because he has such an unbelievable amount of roaches. But he could make this a lot easier on himself. There he goes. He's going to move out, and +1 is only halfway done for Targa. So his timing should work out for him. Unfortunately, he is going to hit after Gretorp Constitution finishes for Targa. He could have hit before that. There's +2 started for him. So finally does have that started. Targa could be in some trouble here. Doesn't have that many spine crawlers, and right now it's actually 47 roaches for CrazyMovin, only 35 for Targa. So he is definitely in quite a bit of trouble. I love CrazyMovin's patience here to take out the rock, so he can have a better concave. But he does need to make sure he attacks right after this, because otherwise, you know, +1 is only 35 seconds.
All right, here we go. And there's a good concave for Targa. Targa's going to engage, sends the drones first. +1 is still not yet finished. 20 seconds the way there. And it looks like the concave of this battle goes to Targa, but the upgrade battle, of course, going to CrazyMovin.
He needs to move forward. There we go. You don't want to have those roaches in back moving side to side like we see on both armies. You want to move forward and actually be able to attack all of your units at once. But of course, CrazyMovin, as you said, with that +1 does have the advantage, but right now, 32 roaches to 20. Targa's roaches are falling fast, man. That +1 is making a huge difference for CrazyMovin. He's got reinforcements rallied across the battlefield, coming all the way over here to Targa's base. This could be it, man. CrazyMovin is killing off so many roaches from Targa. I do not think he has enough to defend.
Yep. Ooh, drones coming off the line, and this is a really tough situation for Targa, of course. Targa is just looking on like he's on his last breath. Doesn't have anything else. GG comes out from him, and CrazyMovin takes the game.
Well played, man. Well played. Good. Yep. Good job hitting before that +1 hit. It could have been a lot cleaner that game. There's also that roach hit that we could have had happen a lot earlier in the game. The game could have been over about 10 minutes ago or a little bit more. But nonetheless, he did win. And you know, I gotta say though, both these players' mid games are looking a little bit weak.
Yes, I agree.
We saw no continuation of tech, no infestors, late upgrades, and lack of continuation of upgrades. A lot of missed larva injects.
Yeah.
So I don't know if these players, maybe ZVZ is just not their specialty, or if maybe they're just feeling a little bit uncomfortable in this game. What is going on? I don't know, but I guess we'll
yeah,
we'll
it's interesting. ZVZ, it's normally like 3 different parts, and it's normally the same thing. It's Zergling Baneling, and then the +1 missile attack timing.
Yeah, with roaches.
It can be defensive or offensive, but normally it's like you push out just to get a good scout to see, is my opponent doing this, or is he going to die straight out? And then off of that, we see Hydra, Infestor, sometimes Muta, but not really.
Right, Roach, Hydra, Infestor with lots of upgrades and lots of expansion.
Exactly.
Sometimes in a super late game, you'll get to like
normal thing.
Brood Lords and Ultras or something crazy
Brood Lord,
like that.
Infestor, Ultra, Hydra.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's all those kind of stages in this, and it just, I don't know. It seems like these players maybe not so comfortable with the different stages of ZVZ. Man, we'll have to find out.
So we'll be moving on. Everybody, stay tuned. More action coming your way.